Welcome to ColdBrew Finance's U.S. end-of-day recap for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. Today's coverage includes insights into market movements across indexes, sectors, technology, crypto, currencies, and commodities. Kicking things off, I'm Max Proffitt. Key indexes were generally up today, with the S&P 500 index closing at 6,846.3, adding 9.85 points. The Dow 30 index followed a strong positive trend to close up at 49,533.18, gaining 32.24 points. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq Composite Index rose by 31.71 points at 22,578.38, but remains in a strong negative trend. The S&P 400 Mid-Cap Index also advanced to 3,567.68, up by 4.22 points. In contrast, the Russell 2000 Index slipped slightly by 0.11 points, closing at 2,646.59. In terms of market breadth, the S&P 500 Index saw more declines than advances, with 252 stocks declining. The Dow 30 Index was slightly split but leaned towards more advancing stocks with 16 gains. The Nasdaq Composite Index followed a similar declining trend with 1,513 stocks decreasing. Notably, the Russell 2000 Index saw more advances with 944 stocks rising. Looking at returns, the S&P 400 Mid-Cap Index stands out with a strong week-to-date total return. The Dow 30 Index remains optimal for the month-to-date returns at 1.31%. Meanwhile, the year-to-date return shows a notable 6.64% for the Russell 2000 Index. In sector performance, real estate showed substantial gains, closing at 279.22, marking 7 consecutive days of upward movement. The financial services, closing at 866.5, also saw an uptick despite following a strong negative trend. The technology sector closed higher at 5,429.23, while industrials reached an all-time high close. The consumer defensive sector led the declines, falling by 1.5%, closing at 984.53. The energy sector followed with a drop of 1.3% at 822.50. Basic materials declined 1.1% to 661.81. Communication services, closing at 438.50, experienced a 5-day downward streak. Among global markets, the Spain, Austria, and Hong Kong ETFs all experienced an uptrend. Each registered over a 1% rise despite recent flat price movements. Meanwhile, Thailand set a new all-time high for the third straight day. Similarly, the Switzerland ETF maintained strong gains. Diving into returns, Switzerland has maintained robust performance with a monthly total return of over 4.71%. The Thailand ETF leads with substantial year-to-date return of 19.04%. Both are supported by strong positive trends and market enthusiasm. In today's tech stocks update, Apple closed at 263.88, seeing a notable climb of 8.10, marking a 3.1% increase. The price direction is up with a mixed positive trend. In contrast, Alphabet fell by 3.20 to close at 302.82, continuing its trend with 5 consecutive down days and strong downward volatility.
Checking out crypto, I'm Timothee Satoshi. Bitcoin is currently priced at $67,529.72, down 1,328.41, with a very strong negative trend. Over to Ethereum, priced at $1,994.81, dropping 2.47. It's broken lower after 3 days of flat movement. BNB is also trending downwards, priced at 617.6, a decrease of 10.14. Solana sits at 84.88, down 1.52 with recent flat trading. Lastly, Dogecoin is priced at 0.1007, losing a fraction of a cent, continuing a week-long downward slide. In terms of returns, Bitcoin shows a significant month-to-date drop of 14.14% and a year-to-date decrease of about 22.82%. Ethereum follows with a steep 32.76% fall year-to-date. BNB also witnesses a major dip, down 28.55% in 2026. Solana and Dogecoin are not spared, with year-to-date declines of 31.8% and 14.14% respectively, marking bearish trends.
For a look at foreign exchange, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The US dollar recently showed weak performance against the euro, trading currently at 0.8434. Over the past 3 days, the American dollar has held relatively flat against the euro with a mixed and slightly negative trend.
I'm Max Proffitt, along with our AI hosts Timothee, Satoshi, and Victoria Cashmore. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. ColdBrew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check in weekdays after 4 p.m. New York time for daily market reports with in-depth stock, index, sector, crypto, currency, and commodity coverage. Thanks for watching.